Out here, there's a mystery beneath the surface. A lack of guarantee as you listen out for the scream of something unseen.
That's fucking big! That's big, man.
Having now worked at Korda for over 6 years, and often being the one behind the camera, I was absolutely buzzing when Oscar invited me along for this trip. But to be honest, I'd have been even more excited if I'd have known what was to come.
These European adventures have been responsible as the main fuel source of my angling over the last couple of years. The venues, the surroundings, the fishing, and of course the carp. I couldn't wait to share it all with Tom over the next week. Tom, did you see that? Did you see that there? Just invites himself along.
Come on, mate. It's carp showing.
It pains me to say it, but Tom was right. The first leg of our French adventure was only meant to be a quick pit stop. But with the shows we'd seen straight away and the potential carp here up for grabs, it very quickly became a bit of a rush to get the rods out.
Tie some hinges up and just stick them out on their heads. Maybe a few boilies with the stick. Literally English tactics. Got all the boat and all this gear with us, but I think it's going to be... They're probably, 100 yards out, so 3-ounce leads, a couple of hinges, because I think it is quite weedy out there. A few boilies and literally fish for a quick bite. I think there's definitely a chance. It's naughty, innit? I'll make Fairbrass's mouth water, that.
With 2 pink ones each deployed into the zone, we sat back full of confidence and anticipation for what the first location had in store for us.
And it didn't take long before one of Oscar's hinges was away.
Yes! Done! Yes! Well, that didn't take very long. Well, how about that for a start? Since we got here, it's been absolute carnage. Don't really know what's going on out there. I think maybe there's bream spawning, there's carp out there, we've seen cattails, but chucked a few pink pop-ups at them and didn't take long and we had this one straight away. So we're going to slip this one back. Hopefully we can catch one of them giants in the night and then we're going to off-ski in the morning and head somewhere else, I think.
That was the plan. Finish up here and then travel deeper into France. But for now, the carp are still showing and feeding.
It's mental.
And shortly after slipping back the first one, Oscar was cradling his second.
Only a small one though, not what we travelled all this way for. So I slipped him back just as Tom stuck on dinner.
How'd you like your chicken, Oscar? Medium rare?
Rare, mate.
I've got chicken all over my fingers. Salmonella poisoning is imminent. I think it's going to be a long night of action, to be honest, but right, this food's close, mate. Well, as far as starts go, they don't get much better. Packed all the kit down, had a coffee, and the plan, it was always just to stop here for a quick night before heading further south. Like I said, all the kit was pretty much in the van, just the rods out, and then I've had a drop back out in the blue, which I thought was going to be a bream. Picked into it, started reeling, nothing there, and it all went solid about 20-30 yards out. I thought it might have been a catfish, possibly a carp. And then under the rod tip, you know, all hell's broken loose. It's trying to go under the other lines. We've seen this big old sort of brown mirror pop up with a little pink pop out of his mouth.
Come on, my son. Come to Wilson.
Yes, Tom.
Whee!
And she's gone in the net after a little bit of a battle under the tip, but it looks like a lovely, possibly original mirror. I'd say she's a 30-pounder or there or thereabouts, but it is a proper good start to the trip. You know, I'm buzzing with this fish. I can't wait to get around and have a look at her. So, like I say, all the kit is in the van. We'll get this one out, take a few photos, and we've got a long drive south to another epic lake that Oscar's tipped me off about. So, if this is a sign of things to come, should be a good week.
Come on, Oscar. You are going to that.
Well, literally just about to get this fish out, do some photos, and Oscar's rod, like I say, all the bank sticks are packed away now. I just heard the spool going, and he's away. What's carp, you say?
I think it's a carp, mate.
So
I thought it was a swan, to be honest, first, because they've all just sort of come and sat out there as well.
Swans don't go off like that.
No.
So I'm gonna have to go and get another net for him. How's it feel, right?
Weeded up again. Oh, come off. Come off. Fuck sake.
That couldn't have happened to a nicer person. I reckon that was one of them big originals, the way that was fighting.
What a thing to say!
Whoa! Perfect little carp. What a tail. Oh, look at that for a carp. That is the reason we travel all this way into Europe for fish like this. A mega old one. Perfect in every way. I'm absolutely buzzing to catch this on the first morning. Couldn't have wished for a better start. All the kit's packed away now, so I'm going to slip this one back. Going to get on the road. We've got a long drive ahead of us, so I'll stop for a coffee and a nice pastry, and hopefully this is a sign of things to come. Cheers, mate. Oh, buzzing. What a carp, just look at it. Ah, mwah. Cheers, mate. Go on. Oh, what a buzz. I love carp fishing.
Let's go. See you later, guy.
The next leg of our French road trip saw us travel 4 hours south to a large public pit that Oscar had previously visited last autumn.
It's safe to say I was buzzing for this return trip. Right, as you can see, we're at a new lake. We left the lake we were at pretty early this morning and spent the best part of 4 hours heading down south, chasing the sun. It was a bit miserable when we left, but it's lovely and warm here. And we're actually fishing, it's a bit of a park lakey sort of vibe. It's a bit of a sandy beach here, loads of people about. What's the time? It's 5:30 now, and I've been out in a boat. I found a few areas, and I dropped a few H blocks. So I think me and Tom are going to fish it a bit of a team effort. We're going to go out to the H blocks, put a rod either side of it each, a little bit of bait, just a little bit of boilie and tiger. Do that over 4 different areas, 8 rods out there, covering a big wide area. But before I go out there, I'm going to show you the rig that I'm going to drop. It's pretty much my normal rig and everything I use at home. It's just stepped up. I've changed from a size 4 Kamakura to a size 2X wide gape. And then my end trap, rather than being sort of a 15 or 20 pound that I'd use at home, I've stepped up to a 30 pound. Also the lead, I've got an 8-ounce lead because we're dropping from the boat. We're going to be quite a way out there, and it's just easier to get that line straight when you get back to the bank. Also, I think the heavier the lead, the more it sets the hook home, so perfect. But yeah, Tom, I reckon we should go get these out because we ain't got long left, and I think there's a good chance of a bite this afternoon.
So that's exactly what we done. Similar to Oscar, I also went in with the bottom bait approach. A 15mm salty squid wafter sat on top of an 18mm bottom bait, snowman style, on a super simple knotless knot rig.
It was a simple case of repeating the process. Drive out and drop a rod each side of the H block. A few handfuls of bait, set the rod and do it again until all 8 rods are out sweet. Perfectly poised on our first night at the big French pit.
Fish on!
This is living. It doesn't really get much better than this. Sun's setting on a big pit, just got all the rods out. And the 2 rods on one spot, both just melted off. Oscar's went first. He was out on the boat dropping another rig, and unfortunately that dropped off. Oh mate, my arm. See deep around us as well. Come on, come to Wilson. Is he going to tail walk? Right, we need to be serious now because I actually think this is not a bad fish.
It's not a bad fish. Chuck me that net.
I would if I was an octopus. Come on, she's got some shoulders on her. Get in that net.
Yes, mate, that's fucking big. That's big, mate.
Oh.
That is a lot bigger than you think it is.
No, I know, it's quite big. 40 pounder, I reckon.
That's a 40 pounder all day, mate.
In the words of Mr. Fairbrass, that is wicked! Quick!
It's literally bang on 41.
Oh,
What do you mean? Oh,
it's heavy!
40 pounder.
Take that, mate. Oh.
That's a buzz, isn't it, mate?
Cool, yeah, proper buzz. 40 pounder, she will do.
I've only been here 10 minutes.
I know, literally a couple of hours. It's been carnage, isn't it?
Yeah, been mental, really. 1 catfish bite, 2 carp bites.
I know, I've got a feeling that we're going to have a busy couple of days, but
Hopefully.
we'll be fine, mate. But that's come just in time for dark. Oh, still got a few rods out, to be fair. Still got an hour or two, so you never know, but oh, that was hard work reeling in that from that range.
Savage, mate, to be fair.
I think get the old cob on, chicken time. Enjoy this evening. I'm knackered after that. It's been
That's done you in, that.
oh mate, it's been a busy few days, but I'm buzzing with that.
Mate, it's an absolute touch.
It's a beast, isn't it?
Flyer of a start, to be fair. You were going this small all the way in as well.
I know, it felt small until under the rod tip.
Right, let's get her back. And hopefully we'll have another one.
Yes, mate. Cheers, mate. Go on. Go on. What a buzz.
Go on, boy. Well, what a morning this is. The carnage has continued. It's days only here, so me and Tom were up crack of dawn, getting our rigs tied, getting everything sorted so we could get our rods out there. You're allowed to drop your rods half an hour before sunrise. So we went out there half an hour before sunrise with the first 2 rods, and I reckon no more than 5-10 minutes. We hadn't even managed to get another set of rods to go back out, and I've had a bite. Would you believe it's actually my biggest ever public lake carp? It's over 50 pound. Slipped that 50 into the sling, quickly got the rest of the rods out, just having a coffee, and yeah, I reckon we're in for a good morning here. It's perfect for it. We're going to get that 50 out now, have a look at that, and then hopefully the carnage continues. How about that? On the way over here, me and Tom said it'd be lovely if we could both catch a 40 pounder. Tom had a 40 yesterday, and now I've had his 51 pounder. Don't really know where we go from here, don't really care. Just gonna carry on enjoying ourselves, enjoying the weather, eating some decent food. Might even get a little nap in today. Wow. My biggest ever public lake mirror. Yes! What sunglasses? Success continued through the late morning period.
That's a bite, that's a bite.
Yeah, chop me that rod, Tom.
That's it, catch it, Ty.
Not just with the one bite either.
Oh my God. Get that one.
Watch your lines. Like the rest of the take so far, these two both came on the left-hand zone. When this happens, things can get a bit hairy. So to reduce the chances of wipeouts, we're pinning down the first 15 or so yards of line with back leads. So far, this has kept things moving along nice and smoothly.
Well, that's the first one in.
Oh, it feels massive, to be fair, and it's really not very happy. God. Hopefully we can get this one in as well, because yeah, I do feel like this could be a better fish, either that or it's a catfish.
Looks like a good one, mate.
No, you fall off now. Bucks!
Well, mate.
Cheers, mate. Cool, yeah, should do.
Yeah, nice, mate.
I reckon that might be 40. Nah. High 30?
37s, 38s.
Yeah. Well, how about him? The bigger one from the double take, £38. That one was probably low 20-pounder, lovely fish. But yeah, weather's probably not really on our side, to be honest. It's red R and it's pretty much flat calm, but we got the build up to the full moon and the weather's due to change. A bit more wind about, more overcast and a big old pressure drop. So hopefully, sign of things to come. And we're just going to enjoy today, enjoy the weather, have a little relax and wait to see what happens when that big weather front turns up.
Obviously, usually filming these sort of trips, you get an insight doing this, the fishing, just how easy those boys have got it. Fairbrass, Dovey, Spooner, Stokesy. Imagine this is your full-time job. It's a joke. They'd probably get paid 3 times as much as me as well.
You're a joke, mate.
All they've got to worry about today is, oh, I didn't quite get that drop I wanted, or is it the right hook bait? Oh, maybe I should try a pink one. He's getting them on yellows. I mean, what a life. I'm going to see if I can do this as much as possible moving forward.
I reckon that's a catfish.
Yeah. Working hard or hardly working? This is what Spooner and Dovey do pretty much every day. It's nice to do it once every now and again. Come on!
It's a dirty ray catfish.
Oh no! Oh, I don't believe it! I just don't believe it!
Could this be a deadly river monster?
Right, so little update. As you can see, it's absolutely roasting hot right now. We're in the early afternoon, not a cloud in the sky. Lovely sunbathing conditions, but pretty poor fishing conditions. And as a result, the action's been quite quiet, a lot quieter than expected today. I've actually not had a bite yet. Oscar's had a few cats and a brace of carp. And as he was reeling that catfish in, he did wipe my rod out, and I was thinking of redoing it anyway, because all of Oscar's action has come to match the hatch hook baits. He's got match the hatch snowmans on all 4, and I've got pink toppers, pink snowman on all 4. And I did think that I'd probably get quicker bites with a bright one, but it doesn't seem to be the case. And speaking to Oscar, when he came to this lake last year with Adam Reed, they also found the same, that match the hatch was a far more successful hook bait. So I'm not going to ignore that anymore. I'm going to do exactly what Oscar's doing. I matched the hatch snowman. Rig stays exactly the same. I'm confident in the rig. Really, really simple. I don't want to overcomplicate things. Size 2, crank X, long end trap hook length, big old 8-ounce lead on a hybrid lead clip. But the only change I'm making for now is this hook bait, because I just feel that even though the weather's not ideal, I feel like there is a bite to be had this afternoon. So I'm going to get this rod out, we're going to go out in the boat together, drop the rigs, a handful or two more bait, and hopefully that sets us up for sort of like a late afternoon, evening bite. Despite the hook bait change, the evening bite time didn't materialise, for a reason we found out just as the sun began its descent behind the trees. There's one. Same sort of zone. In typical French road trip fashion, there was zero hesitation when it came to suggesting a change of scenery.
Well, as you can see, another evening is drawing to a close. The sun is just disappearing behind the trees over there now, and the temperature has dropped considerably. I reckon half an hour ago, I was in my shorts and t-shirt, and now I've got my insulated jacket on. The only issue is, we did see a lot of carp a long way down the lake, and there is actually someone down there, so we can't really move on them. But we don't have to stay here, and that's what I love about Europe. The fact that I can drive anywhere I want in France. I could drive 5 hours, I could drive half an hour, and I could end up on fish. You could spend all day just driving around exploring. Every lake's different as well. I think one of the main aspects I enjoyed when we come over is I felt majorly out of my depth. Some of the places I've turned up to, there's speedboats going around, and the lake's thousands and thousands of hectares, and I have absolutely no idea where to begin, and I think it's something to try and accomplish, you know what I mean? Like, that does give me a buzz, and when I'm at home, I take my fishing quite seriously. Like, I don't spend a lot of time with other people. I go to a lake to target a fish or a handful of fish, and you're trying to keep everything sort of close to your chest because there's a lot of other people around you. Whereas over here, 99% of the time I tend to come with one of my mates, or I've even brought my missus over here. Like, the social aspect of it is a lot different to home, I think. So like, two of you can come somewhere massive like this. Me and Tom have got acres and acres and acres of water to fish together, and you just work it as a team. It's just like going on holiday with your mate to France, but being able to drive around to wherever you want. I don't think you're going to get it any better anywhere else. We're obviously going to see the evening out here now, and we're going to stay here because tomorrow we've got a lot of stuff we need to do. We could do with getting some more food. I know the boys need to charge up a lot of the camera kit, so we're going to stop off and charge that up for a couple of hours. So yeah, we'll finish the evening here, get the rods in, and then get our heads down, get a decent sleep, but get up early, load the van, and head to a new lake. We've got a real decent weather front coming in, and I think if we get there and we can get in a reasonably good area, we could keep this week going and have a really, really successful trip. And just like that, our journey at the second location had come to an end. But with a few days left of the road trip and some amazing venues on the horizon, we drove south towards the French Alps.
Despite our eagerness, we decided to stop off in a charming French town to charge the batteries and replenish our supplies. Full up, recharged and equipped with a fresh baguette, we took off again. Anticipation was through the roof. The next planned venue wasn't one to be taken lightly.
Well, you couldn't write it. We've got here, got everything out the van, started blowing the boats up so we could boat across to a swim down in the corner, and the matey just down the bank has come up here.
No carp.
No carp?
No.
And informed there's actually a match on at the minute, so we cannot fish the lake. So I think our last option is get the van loaded now, head to a lake that's pretty close by, do the night there, see how we get on.
Can we fish there?
There's no night fish on that bank. But we got options, so.
Wrong. The options we thought we had turned out to be no night fishing zones. What are we gonna do?
Let's see if there's any other lakes around here. The evening was quickly approaching. We had one last venue to try for a night.
Hooper! Starboard, you idiot! Ain't you following it?
How far away is it?
10 minutes.
No, it's not.
It is mush! Well, after a really unsettled day, where we were both unsure of where we were going to spend tonight's fishing, by a total chance we've just stumbled upon this absolutely mega lake that either of us know nothing about. It's like something out of Jurassic Park. There's snags everywhere, it's really overgrown, wild. It's the sort of place that I really hoped we'd end up coming on this trip. And in the 15 or so minutes that we've been here, we've already seen a dozen or so shows. So Oscar's pumped the boat up, he's gone out there to try and find some spots. He's got the echo on, he's taken some H-blocks and he's just dropping the H-blocks in areas that he sort of thinks look good. But I'm absolutely buzzing to fish this place. Like I say, we know nothing about it. We know there's carp in here from what we've seen, but how big we don't know, how many we don't know. So the full moon is tonight or tomorrow night. Got this lovely breeze blowing into this bay, so I'm definitely going to put some rods down there. It just looks absolutely prime out here. The temperature's dropped, so I'm going to put some layers on, get some rigs tied, and when Oscar gets back, we'll go out there, deploy the rigs, and pray that there's some monsters in here.
To be honest, as soon as we got here, we saw fish showing, and we're kind of in the middle of the lake and they're all on our right hand side, which is good. It's kind of narrowed them down straight away. But I've been out there, found a few zones, pretty much bang on where they're showing. There's not a lot, there's like one big weed bed. I'm gonna drop a couple of rods by that. There's some snags down the right hand side. I'm gonna drop a couple of rods by that. I think Tom's going to drop a couple in this little bay. We have seen a fish in there, or maybe two actually now show.
This is bloody exciting, this. About to drop my first rod right down the end of this little bay. The weather's turned, the wind's pushing in it. There's got to be fish about, there's grebes everywhere. I'm now coming up to the H-block, so I'm going to lower this rig in. I'm going to give them a bit of bait, I think. We'll see, but I'm going to just creep in here as quiet as I can because I'm sure there's going to be fish about. That's the first trap set, and it couldn't look any better down here. As I say, the wind's pushing down here, just off some snags, a few handfuls of nuts, a few boilie, and a big snowman in the middle of it. That's got big-carp ring all over it. With all the rods set on the penultimate night of our trip, we sat back and let the anticipation build, waiting for the chance to find out just what lived in this wild old lake. Well, we'd literally just finished dinner. It must be about 11 o'clock now. The day's just gone. And we were just saying how we were surprised we hadn't had a bite yet when literally just about to get into the sleeping bag. And my right hand rod, the one fish furthest down into this bay, has just absolutely melted off. And we are in. And this is exactly why we step up our tackle when we come to Europe. Fishing braid straight through, fishing the lead to drop on the take, and a 30-pound hook link and a size 2 crank X hook. That X just means it's a thicker gauge. So I've got absolute confidence that the tackle is going to hold. It's just whether we can get this fish out of this snag or not. I think Oscar's now coming with the boat, so we're going to jump in and probably head down towards it and hopefully get above that fish. Go on tight again, let's go. Just go. You're holding that boat down because it's going to be a lot of weight in the front. Yeah.
Are you in?
Not yet. I'm reeling. I'm tired and I want to go to bed. She's getting under the boat. She's getting under the boat, Chief. Starboard, you idiot. Ain't you following it? You're so good. What you got him? That's a good start to the night, mate.
A lovely start, mate. It's a lovely carp.
That is a nice carp, isn't it? Not the biggest, but he's cool.
Talking drama.
Right, let's get him going. Go on, mate. Off we go.
straight down. Do you see that?
Yeah. Right.
Despite the early evening bite, we both woke up to motionless bobbins. But just before we began packing up, every time I woke up in the night, I just kept looking at my watch thinking, it's getting on, I can't believe we haven't had a bite.
Things went solid. If we had any chance of landing this carp, it was going to be from the boat. So Kai handed me the camera, myself and Oscar headed off towards the now snagged carp.
I've got that leader in the reel.
What's happened?
Absolutely nothing's happened.
Twig on that head, mate. How many fish have you had, Oscar?
Fuck, mate.
Oh dear.
Right, go back through that hole for me.
Please, Tom, take me back through that hole.
Tom, take me back through that hole. Tom, take me through the hole.
Right, I'm going to cut the camera because this is filming and doing this is hard. Right, cut.
Should we put these rods back out?
I don't know. We could just have a coffee and a slow pack down and get to the next destination. That match finishes at 12.
Yeah.
Must be what, 7 now?
20 to 8.
20 to 8.
Turn, Thomas, turn.
I don't know, maybe I'm thinking we move somewhere for the last 2 nights. What are you saying?
Mate, I fully agree with you. It's a lovely lake.
Yeah.
We see some real, like the nature's amazing to be fair. I see my first ever red squirrel, but yeah, I don't think this is where we want to end the trip. I think if we head back to where we were yesterday.
Where the match was?
Yeah, we know the match finishes at lunchtime. We
Yeah.
should have pick of the lake really. So I think, yeah, slow pack down and get out of here and do the last 2 nights at least at that venue, I think.
Yeah, no, it sounds good, mate. Let's smash these pastries, have another coffee, load all the kit in the van, get on the road.
Yeah, let's do it.
Sweet. Not gonna lie, this is a proper buzz. Yesterday there was a match on here and there was French anglers everywhere. This is the swim we wanted to get in. As we pulled into the car park, that guy has literally just left. When we spoke to him yesterday, he'd caught nothing, and he's literally just said that he's had 5, so I can only assume
It turned up.
he had 5 last night or this morning. It looks prime out there. It's literally like where on earth do you choose to put your rod? It all just looks literally hundreds of yards of snag line. This particular area looks like there's a fallen tree, so I imagine it's going to be pretty snaggy. I'm just going to investigate it and just see what it looks like, but if I can get a rig in this zone, I'd certainly fancy it. It all looks so good, you know, I can imagine the carp are all around these areas, but there's no point putting a rig there if we can't safely land them, so. Oh, that went down for an absolute clonk.
As for my rods, I changed over to triple tigers on 2 of them, mainly because that's what worked well for me the last time I was here. With regards to the positioning of the rods, I focused on the left hand side of the swim. Long and left hosted a couple of amazing looking overhanging trees and snags, the type that just had to hold carp. And with this looking like the last night of our trip, we needed to finish strong.
Well, that's all the rods out bar this one, and before I get it out, I'm just going to quickly run you through the rig that I'm using in this session. It's a rig I use home and abroad. It's a really simple bottom bait rig, and as you can see, the hook bait is a big snowman hook bait. I began the session with a pink topper, but due to Oscar's success on Match the Hatch, I've also now switched to a Match the Hatch hook bait. It's an end-trap soft 30-pound hook link with just the hair stripped back. That just enables that hook bait to have a little bit of movement, but the rest of it is just coated. So stiff enough to kick away, but nice and soft to sort of blend in with the lake bed's contours. The hook is a Crank X in a size 2. I've got so much faith in this hook. When they go in, they just don't come out, especially on this simple knotless knot setup. There's no swivels there, there's no knots or anything like that. There's no clutter, it's just straight through braid. It's so strong and so reliable. The hook link is a long hook link. I always favour a long hook link where possible, just to allow loads and loads of movement. And this one's probably, I don't know, 14 inches or so. up the hook link, I've got a small piece of dark matte putty. That just pins everything down and just ensures that the hook link doesn't kink away off the lead when I'm dropping it from the boat. I've got an anti-tangle sleeve there, again, just to kick everything away. The lead is a big, heavy 8-ounce gripper lead. We're lowering from the boat, so I'm going to use the heaviest lead I can get away with. And then I've got a cable lead called Leader, ready tied one, straight through to apex braid, which obviously floats. We're fishing over snag, so you know the braid's going to hopefully float over any sort of debris or anything like that on the bottom. But yeah, that's the rig I'm using. So simple to tie, and I've got so much faith in it that it never lets me down. So I'm going to get this one out there now, and hopefully we can snare one this afternoon. Oh. Well, that's the last of the rod set. It's Sunday afternoon. We've got roast chicken, so I'm going to get Oscar to stick the cob on. We've got Liverpool on the radio. Rod's all set, both feeling super confident. Really hopeful for an afternoon or evening bite. But we can't do any more now, so roast chicken time. Well, as I mentioned earlier, after I got the rods out, it's Sunday. We were going to have a Sunday roast, and I've actually had a sleep for an hour or two, and Oscar's awoken me, and he's cooked the roast dinner. That's the roast. A bit of soggy asparagus. I don't know what to say.
Sunday, mate.
I've cooked the whole time. I've left you in charge one night.
I'm going to put mine in a bit of breading.
Bon appetit. Mmm. With the exception of Oscar's dinner, this really has been a trip I won't forget.
We've had our highs and we've had our lows. But as we look out across this wild pit on the final evening, who knows what this land of mystery has in store for us. That final night was carnage. However, none of the carp we landed were very big. It would have been easy for me to leave the rods in and just go to sleep, but I kept plugging away. After all, out here there's a mystery beneath the surface, and that's exactly how it will stay if you don't give it everything you have to find out. Oh, well, how about that to end the week, mate?
Mate, almost, not the monster, but a pretty much perfect ending nonetheless. It's been a mad trip, isn't it?
Mate, it's been an amazing week. Obviously, when we left, the aim was 140 between us, and we've done that by day 2, so...
Yeah, you had a £50, your first French Public 50.
Yeah, absolute buzz.
I had a £40, and we've had a few nice ones along the way. I have loved it. I mean, it's hard, this sort of fishing, don't get me wrong. We've had lots and lots of driving.
Yeah.
Barely any sleep, but mate, I've loved every minute of it, and...
what an incredible way to end.
Mate, what a buzz. We've just got a long old drive. I think let's
get him back, get the rest of the van loaded, and head home. I think I need a decent sleep.
Me too, mate. Well done.
Cheers, mate. Go on then, mate. God, he looks like a monster, mate. Come on.
Wow, Oscar.